All right, so I generally don't follow a lot of people. I have over 100 people I follow, and I don't go and just follow everybody. Like, I gotta like their content, I gotta like what they're doing, and I also similarly don't unfollow a lot of people, and that's what this video is about, is I'm unfollowing a content creator. I'm not gonna say their name, I'll drop a couple of clues, and you guys can try to figure it out, but once this video is posted, they won't be on my follow list anymore, so you're not gonna find them there. But this is a content creator who at one point was doing really good content. And I think I understand what's happened, and I think I can understand their behavior, and I'll explain that in a minute. But this was a content creator who was a person of color, and they had a very good background in sci-fi fantasy. They knew their stuff, and they used to make really beautiful content on that. They used to make great content pointing out social issues, and they used to make content talking to people about race issues. And more recently here, they've decided to just try their hardest to be racist towards people. That's the only way I can put it. Now, I'm going to put this here, which is that I don't not support their ability to do what they're doing. I just don't like where the content's gone because they're better than that. They're better than what they're doing, and it seems like their content is dwindling. It is their right, being a person of color and knowing what has happened to people of color in this country, it is their right to be upset with people who are white or palm-colored, as they put it. It is fully their right, and I support that. I would never take their right away to say anything they want to say like that. I just don't like where they've gone because I know they're better than this. I know they are a very intelligent person who can do far better than this. And that's what's sad, because the content that I love that they did is gone. And that's fine. That's their right to make it. I'm not telling them to stop making that content. I just can't support it anymore. And I think part of it is because they're autistic. As far as I know, they're autistic. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it seems like they are. I believe they've said that. And I know, being autistic myself, what it is to not like what is happening with the world, whether it be change or justifiably people just being cruel and having to deal with it verbally in the only way you know how. So I get it. They started out trying to make people allies where they could, trying to help people understand, trying to see that. And again, I understand it is no person of color's responsibility to help white people understand these things. It is not their job. It is not their responsibility to do so. If they are doing it, it is a noble act they are doing. And nobody has to like it put that way, but that's the truth. They've already done enough to try to advocate for themselves, as a people, that they shouldn't be having to do extra and do homework for white people. I get it. I completely get it. But it's the way they're doing it. And trying to come up with additional slurs for white people doesn't help the issue any. And that's fine. Some of you may know who this content creator is. If you do, great. I'm not going to put anything in here with their name. I'm not going to put anything else in here on that. I just wanted to put this out that while I support their freedom of speech to do what they want, I have no problem with that. I just don't like the direction their content is taken. I unfortunately am being robbed of seeing the more beautiful side of what this person can do, and I see a very bitter and upset side, and I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that's not what I want to see. And I feel like they were doing better and making more headway in the good content that we're doing. But maybe it's the comments that get to people. Maybe it's the world news, a combination of that. I don't know, but I understand it. I'm struggling now with the current events of the news. And I'm going to remind people at this point, based on ancestry tests, I know some people are going to scoff at that. I'm not entirely white. My background is not just white. My dad's side was white. My mom's side was Native American and Hispanic. And we've got a lot of other stuff in that lineage mixed in. I am originally not from this country via my lineage. Yes, I grew up here and there's all that, but I don't think that matters. I'm not using that as an excuse or a cover. I'm just saying, in my background, I've had to live in neighborhoods where I was not seen as white, and I understand a lot of things that happen. I get it. I know I look like this now, but I did not always look this way, and depending where I've lived, I may have looked a bit different. So, and I understand that may not flow well with people, but I would share a picture of some of my relatives, but they don't want to be on social media, and I'd have to get permission to use a picture of my grandmother, which I may try to do to show you guys what I'm talking about, because if you saw that, you would see what I'm talking about. But anyway, I want to put this out here. I know I'm not a big content creator. there was part of me that was like, maybe I should engage them, maybe this is something I should do because, one, it'll get views, which I think is wrong, but that's the game we play on this, right? That's the game we play on this platform, is you got to get views, so you got to start drama, you got to jump into drama, you got to be in controversy. I want to try to avoid that as much as possible. I know it's going to come up. I've actually already had to deal with that with a different content creator a while back, and I unfollowed that content creator because of what they did. But I just can't support this type of content myself. Doesn't mean I don't want them to talk. I want them to go through what they're going through if that's what they feel they need to do. But I know that person is better than this. I have seen them shine so bright, and this is just watching them fall down. But we all go through that, and so I may not know what's going on, but I can understand, that it's happening. So anyway, I'm putting it out there. Again, I don't even have near their numbers, so I don't think it would do any good to even try to do anything anyway. But I'm going to let them be, and I'm just going to unfollow. So there you guys go.